Welcome back. So, what we're going to talk about today is how much do you need saved before you can retire? Well, it really all depends on what lifestyle do you want to live. It depends on what age you plan on retiring and how long you anticipate living. So, assuming that you're going to retire close to the age of 70, and assuming that you want to live a lifestyle where you're going to be comfortable, maybe one or two vacations a year, you can comfortably pay for any out-of-pocket healthcare costs, your prescription costs, without burdening your family members or your children, right? So how much do you need? In my opinion, you're going to need about 10 times your salary. So, but consider this also. If you know what your budget is, and you should know what your budget is going into retirement, if you have investments that can cover those monthly expenses, then you can pretty much retire anytime. You can retire before the age of 70. And the amount of money that you need saved may fluctuate, because if the investments that you're bringing in or the investments that you've made are bringing in enough money to cover your expenses in retirement, then you're set. The dollar amount really isn't a set number, but it is probably an average that I would say. So if you make 60,000 a year, by the time you retire, you're going to need at least $600,000. And how you utilize that 600,000 as far as your investments is what's going to help carry you into retirement. Because think about it. If you retire with $600,000 and your living expenses are 50,000 a year, that's not going to carry you. Well, it could carry you a while, but how long is it really going to carry you? Typically in retirement, you're not going to need $50,000 a year. Perhaps maybe you'll only need 30,000 a year. So in 10 years, well, you got to factor in the cost of living. So in 10 years, you're probably going to go through about $400,000, because each year cost of living goes up. So you're not going to necessarily maintain a 30,000 a year cost of living. While $600,000 sounds like a lot of money, it may not be, especially if when you retire, you're not in good health and you need to go into a facility, an assisted living facility. That's why, in my opinion, I would say, yeah, you need 10 times your yearly salary minimally before you can even think about retirement. And again, it's not just about having a set dollar figure that you draw from and pull from every year. You don't really want that set amount of money that you have in your retirement to dwindle quickly. That say you have $600,000, you want to have that $600,000 in an investment that's earning at least 10% a year, so that that 10% of interest that you're earning can help cover your monthly expenses without dwindling your $600,000 nest egg. So when you're talking retirement, you have to really consider a lot of factors. It really all depends on what lifestyle you want to live and what your health is like in retirement. Because if you retire in poor health, you're going to need a lot more money than you might imagine you otherwise would need if you didn't have a lot of health issues. Because as we age, as you know, it's harder to work a job, right? You don't want to be in a position where you have to work a 9 to 5 job, or even a part-time job if you don't have to. You want to be in a position where you've made smart decisions, smart investments that make money whether you are working or not. You want to make smart investments that help you make money in your sleep. So retirement planning starts now. It starts today. Don't put it off another day, another week, another month, another year. You need to get started now. And if you are listening to my channel and you're in your 20s, you may think that you have forever to start planning for retirement, but you don't. I want you to start as early as possible. And if you are in your 30s, 40s, or 50s and you're playing catch up, then you need to find a way to start saving more money than what you have in the past. Obviously, that's pretty obvious, right? So you need to really hunker down and figure out whatever your income is today, how you can increase it by 50% so that you can start saving aggressively. And sometimes that means that you might have to start a side hustle, or you might have to start a business in addition to whatever it is you're doing currently to make money. But whatever it is, you're going to have to start making money faster, and you're going to have to start making better investment decisions immediately. So, thank you for watching Financial Fix with Sharnella, and I hope that the information that I'm providing for you is helpful. If so, I'd like for you to like and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next episode.